Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are watching the station identification of one of Wayland City's resident YouTubers. Live in the basement. This is not MTV's remote control. And he is not Ken Ober. God rest Ken Ober's soul. This is WEML-TV, Channel 77. And now here's your host, New Bedford, Massachusetts' own, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. Praise the Lord. God is good. God is great. Call a familiar face. Call the folks you know, friends, family, enemies, frenemies, brothers, sisters, aunts, cousins, uncles, grandparents, what have you. This, that you are watching another episode of my YouTube CBS station identification. Now, CBS, not the pharmacy, but channel vlog show of WEML-TV Channel 77, in which there's Ordinary, and then there's me, Eric Lima, the host of the show. What's going on, everybody? And it's episode 590, September the 28th, once again, 2021, 10:54 p.m. It's my video, final video for today. I've been entering videos. I did a lot. I did one video on what happened last night on Monday Night Raw. I played a little bit of tic-tac-toe, and now we're going to talk about what happened on NXT 2.0. NXT 2.0 is getting very interesting. Now, speaking of NXT, I just got word, reading all the, according to reports, they're saying that some superstars from NXT is going to be involved in the draft. That means some of the superstars of NXT, some of the established superstars, could end up moving to Raw or SmackDown. It all depends on what's going on there. And that means to make room for the newcomers on NXT, which I think there's going to be a whole lot of them. I expected a lot of title changes to happen tonight, but because of the draft, and you figure, the landscape could change all that. So we will see what happens, and if that's the case, you're going to see new rivalries, I see new things happening with the draft. I think the draft's going to help change the WWE and possibly make it better. I got a hunch. So, anyways, let's go about it. To kick off NXT Hit Row, that means the NXT North American Champion Isaiah Swerve Scott, Top Dollar, Ashanti the Adonis, and B-Fab. We're talking about addressing the NXT universe about their feud with Legado del Fantasma. They interrupted. Speaking of Legado del Fantasma, they interrupted the Hit Rub. It was no disqualification match between B-Fab and Electra Lopez, but both factions were fighting, and they had to send the men to the back, and both of these ladies went at it, but in a no DQ match, and Electra Lopez did pick up the victory after doing a splash on B-Fab with a chair. And there's Index Honeymoon Part 1, and it started off very innocently and nicely, sipping drinks, playing games, and but Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae was spying on them, and it got to the point where Indy Hartwell was like, "Hey, let's go in the water, sexy Dexy, oh God." And Johnny Gargano, he's hilarious. I think Johnny Gargano should stay with the WWE for a bit, unless his contract. Rumors that his contract's up in December, but he's hilarious. He put on a shark fin just to chase him out of the water. It was hilarious. Oh, so that was an entertaining thing. Keep it funny. So Joe Gacy addressed the NXT universe, saying he's not canceled and all that. But then there was a matchup. Zion Quinn went up against Oni Lorcan, and Zion Quinn won in dominant fashion. Grayson Waller cut a promo about his first match in singles competition being for the NXT Cruiserweight title, which he hopes to win later on in the night against the Diamond Mines Roderick Strong. MSK came out to be interviewed by Samantha Urban, who is a fellow New Bedford native, Massachusetts, by the way. And they were interrupted by grizzled young veterans, the team of Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams, and Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen. And all four teams were having a brawl, And come to find out later on that night, it was announced that next week there'll be an 8-man tag between those 4 teams. Grizzly Young veterans Strick Williams and Carmella Hayes on one side, Briggs and Jensen and MSK on the other. Mackenzie Mitchell's interviewed Raquel Gonzalez about her match against Frankie Monet for the NXT Women's Championship, but interrupted by Toxic Attraction, and Mandy Rose says that title looks good on you, but will look better on me. So, then it led to the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship. Io Shirai and Zoe Stark are defending against the Toxic Attraction team of JC Jane and Gigi Dolan, which Io Shirai and Stark, SNS I like to call them, Shirai and Stark retain the titles. So, but who knows? Io Shirai could get up on a roster. Who knows? Either Raw or SmackDown. Who knows for sure? Braun Breaker cut a promo saying that, he was there to win championships. And he says, Tommaso Ciampa and I a patient man. And then Tommaso Ciampa FaceTimed Vic Joseph, Beth Phoenix, and Wade Barrett saying, hey, you're going to have to wait a while, kid. I don't think you're ready yet. And when the match goes down, you're going to get beat. In other words. And then Boa entered the ring, accompanied by Mei Ying. And going up against Andre Chase. There's a funny thing about Andre Chase I got to tell you. And Andre Chase is too busy running his mouth. Doesn't know when to shut up. He gets to Mei Ying's face. Ying blew smoke in his face. And Boa took advantage of it and pinned Andre Chase. I'm like, good Lord. What is Andre Chase thinking? A little bit more Andre Chase as we go along. Index Honeymoon Part 2. Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae still spying on Index. And then they went to the hotel room. Indy Hartwell laid on the bed first in her bikini. Yeah, let's do it, Dexter. Johnny Gargano's in the closet. And so Dexter hits her with a pillow. They had a little pillow fight. And hearing the sounds, Johnny Gargano thought it was something else. They thought it worked. I just love this Index teammates. They're so entertaining. Johnny Gargano is funny as heck. He's so freaking... I like Johnny Gargano. Johnny Comedian or something. Johnny Funny or something. He's hilarious. Johnny Entertainment. That's what I like about Johnny Gargano. I don't know he can wrestle, but he's very entertaining. It's hilarious. And then Dexter and Loomis had all the condoms. And Johnny goes like, Johnny goes losing. I'm losing. Oh, this gets even funnier. And then they had the Cruiserweight title. Get back, let's get back to the series. The NXT Cruiserweight title was on Roderick Strong against Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller gave it all he got, but in the end, Roderick Strong retains the title. In fact, Missy Elliott responded to Malcolm Bivens on Twitter. What? Malcolm Bivens gives a shot at Missy Elliott. Missy Elliott responds. Oh my goodness. Gracious me. And then Mackenzie Mitchell interviews LA Knight. And LA Knight was upset about Odyssey Jones. Jones interrupts him. And as they were talking, Andre Chase walks by complaining about his bed. This is BS. He said the whole word. He can say, apparently he can say shit in WWE programming now. Excuse my language. I apologize. He's upset. He's complaining, and then all of a sudden LA Knight attacks Odyssey Jones from behind, and they're having a match next week. And Dante Chen cut a promo about being the first Singaporean superstar. I think a lot of big things are going to become for Dante Chen. That's why I think the main reason why I think you see NXT involved in this draft is because I think some of the established superstars will probably move up to the either Raw or SmackDown and make room for the young guns. Mackenzie Mitchell interviewed Cora Jade, and Trey Baxter says Cora Jade makes her one-on-one match next week, and the two kissed, and Wade Barrett's complaining about that now. Let the kids be, Wade. Let the kids be. And lashing out with Lash Legend, and Lash Legend talked about the WWE draft, and is he who deserved to lash out? Andre Chase, and she compared Andre Chase to Pee Wee Herman. Pee Wee Herman. I would not be surprised when Andre Chase comes out next week and the fans are chanting Pee Wee Herman. Pee Wee Herman. Pee Wee Herman. Oh, my heart. Oh, my stomach hurts from laughing so hard. Pee Wee Herman. Lash Legend is hilarious. I can't stop laughing about comparing Andre Chase to Pee Wee Herman. I can't stop laughing. That's so funny. Lash Legend is hilarious. I think they're trying to make it look like a Wendy Williams type thing. But the Lash Legend, that little Pee Wee Herman. 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 Oh my gosh! Oh, I can imagine he enters the arena and everybody chanting Pee Wee Herman, Pee Wee Herman, Pee Wee Herman, Pee Wee Herman. It was the most hilarious thing. Pee Wee Herman, Pee Wee Herman, Pee Wee Herman, Pee Wee Herman. Okay, settle down, Eric. Settle down, or else you're gonna lose it. And then it was supposed to be a match with Ridge Holland and Kyle O'Reilly, and then both Kyle O'Reilly brawled with Ridge Holland and Pete Dunne, and then they continued the match in the ring. And O'Reilly didn't beat Ridge Holland, but then Dunne and Holland attacked them post match, and then Von Wagner got involved. And then finally, Tony D'Angelo is coming next week to make his debut, so it'll be very interesting to see what Tony D'Angelo is all about. And then they had the NXT Women's title. Raquel Gonzalez, Frankie Monet was a heck of a matchup, but in the end, Raquel Gonzalez did beat Frankie Monet with a Chingona bomb, 1, 2, 3. But then Toxic Attraction comes out, walks by Stone, Kamea, and Monet, and they attacked Stone, Kamea, and Monet, and now they attacked Raquel Gonzalez, and Mandy Rose is holding the title in the end. Well, if Randy Rose is getting repackaged, that's how it works, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I can guarantee you. So here we go, and it will be, and that's all the time we have on the show. And as you know, next week and this coming Thursday will be the final day of September NXT UK. It's going to be a very interesting situation. Tomorrow night is an AEW Dynamite, and tomorrow also Whammy Mania Wednesday. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. And I gotta tell you, I'm starting to like NXT a little bit more. It's 2.0. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens after the WE draft and see who goes from NXT to either Raw or SmackDown. This is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to Friday night. So that's all the time I have on the show. Episode 590 has been complete. I will see you guys later. Last video of the day. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next episode. Remember, Whammy Mania Wednesday, AEW Dynamite. Peace, love, bless out. See ya. Have a good night.